Hi, I'm Mishti Max, and I'm here to share this dip-dye cotton candy experiment. The other day I thought, I'm sick of my hair being 2 colors, so I decided to make it 3 colors instead. So, first things first, protect your area. I glad wrapped the crap out of my bathroom to make sure that if any dye got on the surface, it wouldn't make it all funky. I also got out a bunch of plastic bowls to mix the dyes in, and I have a bunch of brushes to apply to the hair. I've chosen to play with 2 brands, Manic, Cotton Candy Pink, and that's the semi-permanent hair color cream. The other 3 are Riche Directions semi-permanent conditioning hair color in Flamingo Pink, Mandarin, and Poppy Red. Make sure you follow the directions on any hair color you buy. The Directions brand says shampoo the hair with a pH balanced shampoo and towel dry. I'm squeezing out most of the water with this old t-shirt. And I'm giving it a little blow dry as well. I am mortally afeared of the blow dryer, so I only do this for a few minutes. We don't want to damage our hair any more than necessary. I'm quickly detangling my hair to make sure there's no knots that will mess up the color. Apparently that can cause the color to go on streaky. Another very important step is protect your body. I have this ever-fashionable plastic poncho, which I'm gonna wear so I don't shellac my body with colored paints. Okay, once I'm ensconced in the poncho, I'm parting my hair down the middle, very roughly. Now at this point I had forgotten I was meant to part my hair horizontally as well, so make sure that you separate your hair and do the underlayer before the top layer, because that might actually help get an even distribution of color too. And a half-assed part, here it is. A gigantic tip I can give you is make sure you wear gloves. Don't just put this stuff on your hair with your hands. You will end up with pink fingers and pink nails. Apparently it lasts up to a month. So in order to keep your digits clean, glove up. I'm ripping open the packaging here, and the directions pots open very easily with a peel-off seal and an unscrew. Unfortunately, the Manic has quite the solidly sealed pot. So try to resist using your teeth and just peel it off with your fingers. Oh, I really wanted to go in and bite it. So I've set up all my colors on my bench, I've got my tint brushes and my little plastic mixing plates. Now I'm going to separate my hair and find a few chunks of curl underneath for test patches of the Directions colors. After I identify the bits I want to mess with, I twirled up my hair and kept it out of the way. That way you avoid painting bits you don't want to paint. I'm also preparing some sheets of foil so I can isolate all the chunks that I do in the different colors and make them not smear themselves all over the place. So I'm finally starting with some goop. I'm taking a nice gloop of the Manic Cotton Candy Pink and I'm smearing it on this curl on my left side. I'm painting it down the hair and kind of using the brush to comb through so I can get the chunk thoroughly coated. Then I'm wrapping up that curl in a piece of foil and squishing it away. Now I'm moving on to the next color, and I'm mixing about a 1-to-1 ratio of the Mandarin and Poppy Red color to see if I can get a kind of fiery shade. Make sure you swirl it around evenly. I purchased all these colors from the berserk.com.au website. Now here I go smearing it onto the curl. I found it useful to paint it against my hand and also drag the bristles through the hair to comb it through. And it doesn't matter how careful you think you're being. Oh yes, you do end up with a bit on your face. And when you go to smear that bit off your face, you smear even more on your mug. So you swear a bit and wipe that off very quickly, because otherwise it'll stain. Anyway, once I've decided I've got enough crap on there, I wrap up that chunk of hair. For this next twirl, I'm using pure Poppy Red to see how that comes out on my hair. So I schmutzed the Poppy Red down that piece of hair and against my hand, making sure I got plenty on both sides. And I made a little sausage foil dealy out of it as well. I'm changing gloves between each colors because damn your hand gets really coated. If you're using just one color, you probably don't have to swap gloves all the time. I'm back to the other side of my head, I'm trying some pure Flamingo Pink. This color is a bit more of a deeper hot pink than the cotton candy. It kind of is perceived as a darker color when you come down to it. Make sure you clean off any smeared bits on your face or arms, because you don't want that staying on any longer than it has to. And make sure you have clean phalanges. Now I'm going in for more weird science and mixing the Mandarin in with the Flamingo pink. Doing about a half and half mix again. I grabbed a new chunk of hair and painted that through on this side as well. The directions on the Directions brand color dye say that you should leave it on for 15 minutes. So I'm gonna actually follow the instructions and see how we go. And suddenly I'm back, peeling off the foil, and I'm gonna go rinse off these lower chunks. Since I did it last, I'm leaving the Mandarin and Flamingo pink chunk on for 5 more minutes, and I'm rinsing it all off. So now that that's done, I'm doing a bit of blow drying of those areas. And I'm gonna leave that for now. I'm moving on to the rest of my hair and mixing up a concoction of conditioner and the cotton candy Manic dye. I wasn't precise about this, I kind of glopped in as much as I wanted and kind of made it up as I went along. I wanted to get a softer and less saturated color. I even put in a tiny dollop of the Flamingo pink for a bit of richness. Make sure you mix that all up really well. And a bit more cotton candy in too. You can pretty much make this any color you want. And what the fuck, let's get shellacking. So now I unleash the rest of my hair and comb it through a bit to make sure it's nice and smooth. My hair has been pre-lightened with Aveda High Lift Tint in Dawn or Daybreak or some color like that, I can't remember. But either way, I'm putting the color on non-virgin hair, but it hasn't been bleached anytime soon. Now at this point, I should have parted my hair horizontally, but clearly I went mad from glad wrapping the bathroom and forgot to do it. So much for all that research I did. I started a little higher up on my front sections because they're shorter, and painted it against my hand but also against my chest. Because why not? I'm wearing this damn poncho anyway, might as well get it funked up. I wiped off any bit that got on the wrong area because I really just want to make this a dip dye end kind of thing. So avert any disasters by cleaning up quick. I painted on the conditioner and dye mix on the ends of my tresses and made sure it was thoroughly coated with the juicy pink goodness. As I said, I forgot to separate my hair horizontally, so it would have worked better if I did that. I wanted to fade off the color, so I added a bit more conditioner into the mix and painted that bit above the main chunk. Since my hair's all fuzzy, this blend actually worked pretty well. And you can just dilute your main mix and use the tint brush to streak it up the hair and get a nice fade. For the ends, I wanted a darker color, so I mixed in some of the cotton candy pink and the flamingo pink and painted that directly on the tips. I'm kind of doing this over the conditioner cream mix. I even tried to scrape off some of that conditioner and paint it directly on it. When I'm satisfied I have enough crud in my hair, I grabbed the comb and combed it through, just to make sure that it was all evenly distributed. This kind of takes off a bunch of the product, but it also makes the blend go through well. So I actually painted on more goop, and then foiled up my tresses. I just wanted to keep them out of the way while I leave it for the developing time, so I don't end up with pink all over the place. And I left that on my hair for 30 minutes as it says on the Manic hair dye. After cleaning up and watching an episode of Daria, I went into the shower and rinsed off all that crud. I used lukewarm water, not cold, because it's fucking winter here now, and I am not having a cold shower. The colder the water the better, because it seals down your cuticle. For all you music aficionados, I'm listening to some Megadeth. I believe this song is Tears in a Vial of Blackmail the Universe. My favorite song off that album is The Scorpion. I'm gonna squeeze out that water from my hair. And now I'm applying all my aftercare products. Ooh, which hair oil? Oh, look, here's some white goop. And as you see, I'm kind of combing my hair forward and scrunching up the ends. I've been trying out some new products this year, and when I'm settled on a routine, I'll let you know. After all that protective and styling goodness, I'm sticking my hair up in a shower cap. And I'll be back when I'm dressed. Okay, here is my pretty much dry hair and the end result. It's not bad for a first time, but I could definitely learn a few things. I was pretty happy with the dip dye effect and the fade, and now my hair is actually 3 colors. I think I want the color to come up further at the back, but I like how it looks at the front. It's hard to see what the color really looks like on video. Here's some shots of this soft pink kind of golden wavy curls. So here are the different colors I've got going on back here. All the reds kinda came out too coppery for my liking. The pinks worked really well though. I really prefer the cotton candy color. It's kind of really vibrant, but neon pink. The Directions Flamingo pink just kinda seems like a much deeper color than I'd want. So that was a bit of fun, and the first time I've colored my hair myself. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this dip dye cotton candy experiment. And don't forget to subscribe for more videos. You'll never know what you'll get on this channel.